You know, one thing I learned yesterday, fan bases of certain shows can be really weird, especially compared to the show in question. Hey everybody, this is Earvox. You're just in time for another episode of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And what fan base and show do I happen to be talking about? Well, apparently, from what I've been let me go ahead and tell you the story so it doesn't sound so random. I was playing around messing around in tvtropes.org, getting lost in the volume of information like you do. And, well, I across some, I can't remember how it all happened, because, TV tropes, once you go to one page, you can't stop going to another page, and looking up another page, and looking up another page, and bam! Next thing you know, you're in My Little Pony somehow. And you're learning about this show that recently relaunched, and they have probably the oddest fan base ever conceived. I've seen a couple episodes myself because I've been told it had good writing, and of course, Tara Strong voices one of the ponies, and she's like my favorite voice actor. So, she's one of my favorite voice actors anyway. And let's see. I'm heading towards rupees, and I didn't need to. Oh no, never mind. I thought I heard a Skeltula. What do you call it? But anyway, and back to what I was talking about. And I started reading through the list of memes that the show is apparently famous for. And boy, there are a lot of memes from that show. You wouldn't imagine a show like that to produce so many internet memes. But it does. And it's kind of scary because the show is of course a children's show, so you get all the childish stuff and you get the themes of friendship and all that crap. But it's kind of scary because I think that's rupees. Yeah, that's rupees. Don't need to get that. Kind of scary because the fan base is just so bizarre and strange and I so went backward and way out there. I mean, just so different and unique. There's what is he doing here? What are you? So you wear Kokiri clothing. You can't fool me. Oh, sorry, I'll never let anybody go through you. And play Sario's song. Of course he knows that song. Yay! Saria played that song all the time. You do know Saria. Song. Saria taught that song over to her friends. Okay, I trust you. I see you. I don't know why, but I remember him. Yeah, they really need to say who him is. But anyway, the bizarre fan base ever. Bizarre and complex fan base ever. I mean, just point that out there. I'm gonna dead end. So I need to go up this way. I can't go any higher, can I? So, I guess let's go this way. Yeah, I got it right. Okay, so right here, as you can tell, once we're into Kokiri Forest, things were kind of looking kind of blue. Going through some narrow passages, if you take it slow, maybe you can sneak up on some enemies. Easy targeting, blah blah, come on, shut up now, we kind of already know all this stuff. And setting view doesn't always work because the game wants to constantly rearrange the camera behind me. So sidestepping idea does. Oh! There's the enemy in question. Okay, so right there you see a new type of enemy. These are moblins. Actually I think I need a hook shot for this, because you can get rid of them with the hook shot, I believe. Just gotta wait for them to turn around. Classic enemies of the Zelda franchise. Moblins. No, this is like the only appearance in 3D games. Or at least the only appearance like that. I'm just gonna run past him. That worked. Okay, so there's another moblin. Hey, turn around for a second, are you kidding me? Wow. Okay. Anyway. Pass. Yeah, it's just easier and faster just to let them pass. And I believe we can go this way and we'll be just just well put off. Or we could have a moblin right in front of us. Are you kidding me? Well, anyway. So, how have you guys been? Yes. Okay, so right here we get a bit of a problem. Let's see, I believe we need bombs to solve it, though. Right here we get a moblin that will hit us with the map. Yeah, basically just toss bombs at him and you're okay. I think only 3 bombs should do. Yeah. So 3 bombs later, and just kind of keep out of the way of the shockwaves. It's kind of easy to predict he's going to go where you're at, so just go where you're not. So yeah. Basically, where you are right now, when he attacks, don't be in that spot. Just go where you're not. Okay, I'm going to stop trying to make it sound all complex and convoluted and... I'm going to stop trying to sound like Doctor Who. Trying to explain something to someone. Here we get a cutscene, if you haven't been able to realize this by this point. The flow of time is always cruel. Its speed seems different for each person, but no one can change it. That's kind of true, actually. I actually like these cutscenes right here, where they do them right before you go into the temple. And they're kind of interesting philosophical statements, or just statements, period. The thing that doesn't change with time is a memory of younger days. In order to come back here again, play the Meadow Forest. And I think what Sheik says, and Sheik will come right before the temple and start talking about something related to time or friendship. And then you get to learn the full song here. The temple song. Now, like I said, I like all the songs. That's one thing that this game is famous for, is definitely its songs. You've learned the Meadow Forest. Link, I'll see you again. Take a few steps back. Am I right? Okay, so probably wondering what that song is going to do for us. So, in the dungeon, we learn a song for each dungeon, but we never use it during the dungeon. I'm trying to think of any time we do use one of the songs. Instead, we use them for this. This little spot here is basically like a teleport pad. This is if you play the song it'll ask you if you want to warp to the location. It'll warp you to that location. The menu of the forest happens to send us to that little spot there. So it kind of acts like a fast travel system. And here we are in the forest temple. Our first enemy of the dungeon, Wolfos. Which we can now kill in one hit. Thanks to our awesome power of, well, wow. Oh, because we can hit the tail, yeah. I guess the tail does do extra damage. Huh. There we go. That solves our problem. Okay, so this temple probably has some of the most real music in it. Right there's our first gold Skulltula. Let's see, I gotta figure out exactly how. Since we don't have the boomerang, we'll have to actually climb to get it, so it kind of feels a little more time consuming. Actually, no, we have the hook shot. What am I saying? And actually, I just wasted time climbing when I could use the hook shot. It occurred to me just now that I never fully explained what the hook shot does. And I just kind of sped through the tech. The hook shot, as long as you have something you can grab onto, like say, I think you can reach that. If you let go, you get pulled over to it. If it's an enemy, more than likely they'll get pulled over to you. The hook shot can be used to grab onto vines as well. If they're not too far away. And if you're pushing forward when you link up with the vines, you actually grab onto them. Can really save some time in climbing in some areas. Have I said enough? Yeah, I think I have. There we go, this regular Skulltula, which I don't think... Wow, I didn't think that was going to work. It does work, okay. Easy way to kill the Skulltulas now. Just use a hook shot on them before they even have a chance to drop down. Okay, so we are in the main room. Oh look, it's Pose! And the elevator thing goes down. That's obviously where we need to head to, and we need to chase all little Pose now. Yay! Okay, so first, let's see, I think. Let me just check this room. More than likely, if you need health or magic, you can break these jars in these rooms. They always have them. They always give you at least one or the other. Of course, if you're having trouble breaking them open, just do the spin attack. Of course, sometimes you have trouble doing the spin attack, but okay. So, right here we have a door, and we're just gonna open it. Obviously, it's locked, and we have a key. So, what does that tell us? That's the first room we go into. So, actually, that kind of brings me up to something about the water temple in this game. People talk about how it's such a hard dungeon to complete. Real quick, I'm going to break off subject to talk about this guy. These are blue bubbles. If they hit you, you lose the ability to use your sword for a certain amount of time. So don't let them damage you. Anyway, that said, back to the discussion about the water temple, which I probably should be talking about later on when I actually get to the water temple. There's something I'm going to say about it. But this is a bit of a story I do want to get through, just in case I somehow forget to tell. Yeah, there is thing on the floor. That's why now I stopped it. Anyway, as everyone who's played this game or not most likely knows, the water temple is the most convoluted and messed up dungeons for people to go through. At least that's what everyone says. Like, they all have war flashbacks of the water dungeon. Whenever someone mentions the boss or the, actually, I want to see if... There we go. Whenever someone mentions the boss or the theme or whatever. Though honestly, even though I just played through it about a month ago, I can't remember the theme. One of my friends actually talks about... One of my friends I hang out with up at the game center I hang out at. We actually got into this conversation. It was actually very hilarious. We started talking about screwed up moments in video games. One of the things that he and another friend of mine started talking about was their experience with Metal Gear Solid. Game I've never had the pleasure to play, though I hear it's really good. Mainly because I never had a PlayStation. If you haven't been able to tell at this point, I'm a Nintendo fanboy. Really? I would have never guessed. Yeah. Anyway, they talked about one thing about Metal Gear Solid was the final boss or one of the bosses. In order to beat him, I have not been able to confirm this with anyone but them. But apparently, what you need to do is you know that second controller port that's always empty, that most people who are gamers only use in multiplayer games? Yeah, plug a controller in there. Apparently, it causes the boss to stop moving. Or it causes the boss to be under control of the second player. I look at that and think, these guys are... Kojima must be, like, insane. I can't remember... Hideo Kojima, is that the guy who did Metal Gear? Made the Metal Gear Solid? Just to be sure. But, yeah, I think it's Kojima. It's the only other Japanese name I know in video games. Is that and Shigeru Miyamoto. Also Shigesachi Itoi, who did the Earthbound / Mother games. Which, by the way, I want to make a shout out to Nintendo. Thanks for the copies of Mother 3. Yeah. Okay, if you can't tell by that, I'm kind of ticked off they haven't localized Mother 3 yet, so... Or brought Earthbound and Mother to the Virtual Console. I mean, it's not like it wouldn't be that hard to do. Seriously. And what would the... Okay, yeah, as you can tell, I'm one of those fanboys who hang out on Starman.net. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop right there, because I'm gonna get into a whole nother tirade that I probably shouldn't get into, and... Oh, it's alright. Wow! It's almost 20 minutes already. Well, we barely got into the dungeon. Kind of. So yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and end the video off here with that little tirade. I don't know why I dropped off here. I'm trying to figure out where I need to go to get the next key. But anyway, with all that said, I didn't really get said what I wanted to say, which is kind of a good thing, because that means I can save it for the water temple. But, anyway, in the next episode, we're going to be continuing through this dungeon, naturally. And, I don't know, maybe we'll get somewhere through it. Possibly. But until then, I will see you guys. Where am I going? There you go. I'll see you guys later. It's so hard to grab that.